Today I'm going to do a review of this vintage, semi-vintage Junghans Mega1000 LCD electronic quartz watch. I think this is probably from around 2009 or something like that. I'm not sure. I think they made it for quite a while. Maybe I should have done my homework, but this is a kind of hands-on. It needs a battery change. So I just thought I would... It's a watch that's in my collection. I'm doing this series of videos of every watch that I own, just kind of in depth, take the case back off, look inside, that kind of thing. So Junghans Mega1000, the cool thing about this watch is it has 4 crystals in it, and it receives the time broadcast via radio from 4 different transmitters around the world. Fort Collins, Colorado for North America. I think there's something, one in Berlin for Europe, which is where I am. And then there's one in Tokyo somewhere, and maybe somewhere in South America. Anyway, there's 4 different zones. I think it covers most of the world. And so that just every night at midnight it checks to see if it can get that signal. And if it gets it, it sets the time. And then this number turns to 0, meaning it's only been 0 days since it resynchronized. If it's been a week, it'll say 7, etc. So then the functions of this watch, up across the top you have a day date. Is that correct? 26/2022, yeah, Wednesday. And then it also does a week thing, which is kind of a European thing, week 43 of the year. Second time zone, that's set for, I don't know what that's set for. 8-hour time difference. 4-hour, no, I don't know what that is. 2:25 p.m. Oh, it's my mom's time zone in New Mexico. Okay, so then down here you have just the time. Oh, and there's this kind of, I think there's a way to, anyway, time chronometer, which is stopwatch. Let's see, start, stop, reset. Timer is a countdown timer. Turn it on, it counts down. Stop, reset, no. Not sure how you reset that. And then alarm. I kind of want to set this actually. So let's go to, what time is it? 10:26. So let's set it for 10:27 so we can listen to the 10:27. Oopsie daisy. Okay, and then I'll just be quiet and we'll compare that with the Tissot T-Touch. I don't think that's loud enough, to tell you the truth. I want to compare it with this. It's 22:28. Yeah, see, T-Touch is a loud enough alarm, it'll wake you up. And it has 2 alarms. You can have like a snooze effect just by setting the 2 different alarms that you want. So this is cool if you're alert and you're in a quiet environment, but I don't think it's loud enough to wake me if I was sleeping. Okay, so the other thing is, but I do love this watch. I think it's such a cool, I love anything that's kind of retro old, but still has some kind of technological edge. So the radio transmitter thing is definitely a cool feature of this. Now I just want to open it and I'll show you the crystals and we'll swap out this battery. So in the back here we have the piezo element, which incidentally the back of the T-Touch has that too, from the video I did in the last couple days about that. I recognize that disc. So then we've got some water sealing, and then we got these 4 little tubes are the 4 different crystals, and everything else is kind of hidden. Oh wait, that's the antenna actually. That's like the antenna that's set for the frequency of those broadcasts or the range, and then the crystals are the the oscillators. So we'll take a look at with the microscope, see if there's anything interesting beyond the realm of normal vision. So one thing I see already, it's kind of interesting, is just the, you can look at how these pushers work. So this could be, you can see the electrical, how the electrical contact work, which is cool. You can see there's a little washer, clip washer type thing on the tip of this, so you could knock that off and pull the button off to reseal it, change an O-ring or re-grease it. But that doesn't answer, like there's also these 4 buttons underneath the movement, and they are not so accessible. You have to take the movement out to get to them. Well, we can look at the display side. Oh, one thing, got to look out for these springs. I'm just going to tug on these little springs a little bit and see if they come out. Yeah, so that's something you want to be real careful of. There's probably 2 just because just in case you do that and lose one. No, I'm not sure why there's 2. I shouldn't make any assumption. I could check the ground between the 2 and see if they're both grounding to the same point. They're probably not actually, because the piezo probably needs ground and positive. It's probably getting both through there. So they're probably different. One is negative, one is positive. I also think that those are maybe the buttons. Those may be the contacts for the top, the 4 buttons on top. Or those could also be grounds, I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't want to do like a complete teardown. I just wanted to show you what's inside there. And then we'll remove this battery. I'm going to open this one first. There's a chance if I do it quickly that there'll be like a capacitor in there that will hold the clock over during the battery change. I doubt it. I should have done that more carefully. I guess it's going to be all right. Still have our 2 springs. We have a new battery. There's a rubber gasket there. This watch is fairly clean, hasn't been worn a lot. I probably should. I was going to lubricate the gasket, but I'm not planning on going in the water with this watch at the moment. And I think lubricating a gasket is not something that you need to see over and over again. I have a video on the channel about that. That one looks a little bit complicated because it's square and it may be sandwiched in between some plate that needs to be removed. So the proper thing to do with this watch at some point would be the equivalent of a complete rebuild or complete revision. Take the electronic movement out, reseal each of the 5 buttons, check that the gaskets are still fresh enough to put them back, clean them, and then put them back with fresh silicone grease. This watch was in very good, like new condition when I bought it used, and that's why I think it's from the end of the run of the manufacturer of this, which I think put it in 2010 to 2012. So the time is not set, but all I need to do in theory is, oh, there's a way to actually set it. If you hold this, it'll try to get the signal and set right now. I don't know if it can get it in this space where I am, but we'll let that go for a little bit and see if that works. And then this came with this metal band, which for me, it's just too German looking and too 70s looking or something, even though it's not that old. So I changed it out just to a generic leather band. which for me it makes the watch wearable. I couldn't wear it with this. There's also a version of the integral band that's either leather or black, something black rubber or leather that is a little bit better. But I don't really care for this kind of super wide anything, like super wide. It's just, and the black integral band is also like that. Even if it's leather, it still has these wings, which just makes it too whatever that is for me. Okay, so that worked. The time is 10:58. The problem is it's now in German. Oh, let's just try to look at the battery. I can figure out the German thing. Okay, anyway, that reminds me, I have to put the PDF in the description, so if you buy one of these, or if you're thinking about buying one, you can look at the functions. And I know that has, oh wait, what's that? Low, what does it mean? Low signal? Low. Don't know what that means. Oh, it's lock. Okay, somehow I locked this. There, okay, I unlocked it. Alarm. I don't want the alarm on. This is just setting it, so I want to turn it off. Okay. Now, time. Okay, I'm going to have to look at the PDF. Anyway, that's the Junghans Mega1000. It's a very cool watch. And that's it.